Hey everybody, welcome back to Battle Ready Inc., the channel all about bringing you as much nerdy content as possible. Today for you, we're going to be doing our level 115 challenge run for Tower of Tests. Alright, we're going to give each of these one shot. We're going to see how it goes, see if we need to improve or change things up. Let's get into this. Alright, so we're just going to jump in here, starting with fire, and see what we can do. If we don't make it through any of these, then we'll better luck next time, I guess. Alright, so just kind of looking over our team here. I'm pretty comfortable with it. We're not going to get the single attack bonus from our mummy, so no point in playing him. We could drop, I think we'll drop our Cupid this time around and put in Fire Bagma. My Fire Bagma is a lot more powered up now, so we should be able to get more use out of the rest of these guys, as well as he can just take a hit, I think, better than my my Cupid can. I think maybe the Thanos would be maybe a bit better, but my Thanos isn't quite up to snuff yet compared to my Fire Bagma, so I think we'll go with this, and we'll see what happens. Sticking with Fire Varus for our leadership, just because it's the bosses that we have the trouble on, right? So that's what we need to be able to attend to. Definitely turn off auto battle there. I like to just kind of take it slow usually to build up our mana down there. Going pretty good there with Fire Bagma, definitely regenning a lot quicker. Let's go ahead and pop Fire Bagma. That way reduce our cost or our timer on Dark Bane there. Just because these guys have got a lot of evasion seeming to go on. So let's go ahead and drop that again. Very nice. About ready to pop this heal. Not quite. It wasn't needed. Fire Varus, best healer in the game. Alright, so let's go ahead and pop that. We'll go ahead and pop this ult. Wow, that did nothing. I guess I should have done this first. Just to decrease the defense there. And that stuck pretty well. Just kind of ride this out, see what happens. Don't need to push for anything. She's going to go into zombie state as well. But again, we're not worried about time efficiency. All right, go ahead and drop that. And then we'll drop that big boy for lots of damage. Awesome. Again, like I was trying to say there, we're not rushing time here. We're just rushing to win, right? Well, I'd say rushing again. We're just trying to win, right? Doesn't matter how dirty it is, how many dragons we lose, anything like that. We're just trying to get the W and then move on. So, which I don't see that being any kind of issue here this week. So that's awesome. So fire looks like it's good. We don't have to worry about fire at all. Water though, water might be a bit more of a trick. I'll go ahead and talk about it now while this finishes up. But I got rid of my Water Enix. I've been sitting on that dragon since pretty much the beginning of the game. It was my PvP healer for a long time. But at only healing for two targets at once, the invuln shield was nice, but you had to really time it out really nice to block good attacks. And by waiting it out, your dragons are literally dying. So I just wasn't an overly large fan of that. So changed up the water team a little bit. So I say a little bit. It's pretty substantial. So jumping over here and looking at it, we've done it. We've made the plunge. We're souping up a water fairy. Water fairy is just one of those super popular ones. And since their big targets is going to be other dragons, sort of kind of like in a PvP match, kind of. I think just the water fairy is going to be a little bit better of an option, as well as we got the Yuri in here to help reduce our cooldown timers, as well as just a pretty solid tank to go along with our water trophies, and our water trophies can back up whoever he needs to protect them. We did have to drop to run this tank support. I had to drop one of our DPSs here since we didn't have a healer tank. So I dropped the Volt, which isn't an overly big deal. It's basically only good for the first 2 stages, not really necessary for the final boss stage. So, and that's usually where we struggle at the most. Keeping the Cat's Gone, I don't know. I just like the Cat's Gone just because 1 cost drag skill, and if we're fighting a 1 single boss, then it's a great option to have. Very mana efficient team. I think this is going to be. And then keeping the water jet dragons are just super good, minus fire. So I think this will be my other option. I usually like to have a nice AoE attacker and then 1 nice single target attacker. So we'll see how this goes, see how this team balances out. I think this is a good stage to test it on against the Aphrodite. Aphrodite's not an overly large issue to deal with. So we can just use our Jet Dragon as a slow process of just kind of AoEing these guys down. Not a huge AoE, but it gets the job done. And that minigun, I mean, at the end of the day, the minigun is just super nice. It just works everything down so fast. And look at that passive healing of Fairy just keeping up Trophy as like no issue at all. Go ahead and pop that again. I'm not really worried about aiming it all that much. It seems to be doing a good enough job on its own. We have a lot of mana. I'll go ahead and burn it. Attack down, sure. I guess I could have popped the Urian for the attack buff. Oh well. Alright, we'll go ahead and pop our Tamer there. We'll drop that, give that attack buff. Cat's Gone, of course. And then our Jet Dragon. Nice AoE. Man, he hits hard. I swear when I used to use him, he didn't do hardly anything. But now he's doing really well. Let's see. Let's go ahead and drop that. That Urian just builds up that mana so fast. Cat's Gone's ready again, so we'll drop that. I'm just gonna go ahead and drop this Jet Dragon again. This is another walk in the park. Definitely nothing to worry about. We'll clear this week pretty well with this team, so definitely liking it. I'm liking the passive heals of a Fairy. I haven't had to drop the heal skill at all, so that's very nice. And Cat's Gone, I mean, it's not a whole lot of damage, but for 1 mana cost, it's not bad. I would probably rather have something else in the future. We'll get there. It also has a really nice leadership, so I can't complain about that. The leadership alone is almost worth having. And yeah, I'll just walk this one out. Although I don't like that the minigun keeps going at the zombie target. I feel like that's kind of... I don't know if that was intentional by design, but it's kind of a shame. And there's the end of that zombie. Cool. Alright, so I was a little worried about changing that team up, but it seemed to have paid off extremely well. And that'll allow us to move on to... what is it? Earth? Yep. Alright. Earth team, looking pretty good here. We got our healer, we got our support type. Looking over here at the rest, we're not going to get, I don't know why we wouldn't get element advantage, or is it a dark? Is it a dark one that we're fighting, not a water? Maybe that's why, for the Mummy Gone. Got a lot of good support. Earth is really great for support, but not a whole lot else. I could maybe drop one of these guys for my Earth Jet Dragon. Again, I don't think it's really necessary. I think we can just kind of jump in here and go. We'll see how this turns out. Again, it's not like an overly hard week, so that's not too bad. Drop that. I know it doesn't do as much damage because it's not a boss, but it's a nice little AoE for only 2 mana. I'll definitely save the Kamui for the boss. And we got the mana. Let's go ahead and drop this 3. There we go. Nice big hits from Bolt. I don't really, there's not really any kind of good passive heals going on with, and look at that heal. That heal is so tiny. Of course, I have no masteries on my Smart Dragon, so that's definitely a big factor of why. Yeah, that's a dark type. It's not a, that makes sense. Why we didn't get an element advantage. But yeah, not having Mastery 10. Dang. Kamui has a passive that just hits for so much damage. Let's see if we can finish him off right here. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Now you just wait that zombie state out, no problem. But yeah, Kamui has a passive that just hits like an absolute truck. Just every so often. Oh, and we cleared it. Oh, right. I forget Earth Smart has the ability to strip buffs. So, great for clearing out zombie state. See, I was just complaining about you too. And there you go, doing good things. Awesome. So, another one down. Alright. And, unfortunately, my light team. I think now, after fixing blue, I think my light team is probably my least efficient team. Just because I don't really like what it can do. I could probably drop the alien. There's no good support types though, besides what I already have. I've got the one support type here. I could drop the alien for maybe a tank healer. I could run if I had the tank Tropheus, the light tank Tropheus, that would probably be a good option, honestly. Just as a good, like, protect my units sort of thing. I've got my single target attacker. I've got my AoE attacker. Everyone's going to have element advantage because we're lights, so that's good because I'm still not happy with this team. But there's not really anything else I can do with it, so we're just going to kind of go with what we got. Shouldn't be an issue, though. Drop that mini. Nice hits. I mean, all in all, it's not too much different from my my fire team. The only difference with fire team is we've got the, I don't know if I did that. That's pointless, but there we go. The fire team just has a tank option there instead of the alien. Alright, we'll come in here. We'll pop this buff. Drop that guy to get our mini back up, and then we'll drop the mini before anything can die. It's important to drop the minis and the Dark Banes and all those when there's lots of enemies, because if you only do it when they're just the boss, you're not going to get that nice bit of damage buff if there's not a lot of targets. So it's got to be very cautious in timing out those. Not necessarily cautious, but mindful, I guess, is a better way to put it. There we go. Again, not bad. Not a bad run. So next is just the Dark. I'm not too worried about Dark. Dark's fairly consistent. I've got all the utilities and stuff like that with the Dark that I need, so unlike Light, where I'm like struggling to build an adequate team. Oh, zombie state. That hill, oh my god, it's so often that it just adds so much time because it freezes time, right? While it does its little fancy one heal at a time. but it just keeps doing it so often that it just adds on to the fight needlessly. Alright. That's good to go. Now we just move on to the dark. And looking at our dark team here, pretty happy with it. Again, I dropped the power dragon as a tank. If I've got 2 tank healers, then sure, I might as well just run them both. Against harder fights, I'd rather have 2 healers than probably a power dragon. Power dragon's nice every once in a while because it does protect other things. I just don't think it does it as well, and it doesn't protect you against getting one shot. So, 3 DPS here, no support types. Yeah, no good support types here. I've got the Dark Cupid, but it only triggers on 3 mana cost attackers, so it's only going to help whenever I drop our big one here. So, and it's going to be using those skills probably the least. You know, I might get 1 good use out of it, and that's it. So I did not mean to pop that. That was an accident. I wasn't thinking. I was too busy talking and not thinking. He is taking some hits there, though. Hopefully with the combined passive heals of the 2 of them, they can at least keep the other one up. Dark Monas is just an absolute beast, though. It's kind of hard to take down in general. Alright, what do we need to pop? Do we need to pop anything? Yeah, let's go ahead and kill this top section. Oh, that was rough. Didn't do it nearly as much as I was hoping. Just these bugs are really working over our Venezi. Yeah, we're gonna go pop that heal. It should go down pretty fast though. Our Dark Arcana kind of has the same thing Kamui has, where it just has this one big, huge hit, and yeah, we'll go drop that. And we'll drop that. That didn't do as much as I thought it would. But yeah, it's got a passive, the Dark Arcana just does a whole lot of big chunky damage to one target. The timer on it though is not the best, I'd say though. But hey, you can't beat the raw damage that Dark Arcana can throw out. If there's anything in this game that, you know, Dark Arcana can do, it has definitely hit harder than pretty much anything else. It doesn't bring any utility to a fight or anything useful, but just pure unbridled rage. There we go. Wait a little bit longer on that one this time. Man, they're so slow. I don't know what it is about this team. My dark type has always just... It felt like the damage is always so minuscule. Alright, fine. I'll drop the Dark Arcana. I didn't want to waste it on a zombie state. But yeah, I don't know what this team is lacking. It's probably the fact that I don't have a good single target attacker. I could probably drop the Volt for something. Problem is I don't have anything that's just good and generic that just does it against anything. Just waiting that zombie state out. If y'all have any suggestions on this dark team, I would definitely appreciate that. Just see what y'all have to say. I mean, like I said, it gets the job done, but I think that was like the worst time out of all of the elements. All 5 of them. It was definitely probably the longest. But hey, the survivability of it's pretty good though. And it does pretty solid AoE. Just the single target attacking is a little lackluster. But hey, 1 try on each of them. We cleared it out. I'll definitely start getting up to 20 so that way we can make the next step, the next climb. If you have any issues with Tower of Test and you would like some advice, definitely hit me up. I'm always at least a couple times a week checking my my messages. So, and I'll get to you guys. Don't worry. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please support the channel in any way you can. Just liking the video or subscribing is a huge help. And if you really want to support the channel, consider checking out my Patreon. There's a link in the description below for it. You can get access to my Discord server as well as some other cool incentives. Also, check out my official merch store. There's a link in the description below for my Teespring account. You get access to all my cool merch that I've got on there, as well as some other cool stuff, cool phone cases, that sort of thing. But like I said, any kind of support is always appreciated. Just simply liking the video can go a very long way for me. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.